Hello everyone, it's me, it's basically Tim, back again with another video, and this time it's day 7. I can't believe we're here, day 7 of It's Basically Christmas with me, it's basically Tim, and we are going to start a new series on the channel, which, again, it won't be too regular, it'll just be an occasional thing. I decided, you know what, let's do the series. Just an idea popped in my head today, so I was like, why not, let's do it. I mean, we're trying out different things this month, so we might as well do something like this. So, this time, it's a new thing where I'm going to do Tim Talk Games is the name of the series, and basically what it's going to be is me just talking about random games, new gaming news, new reviews, whatever I want to talk about in this little 10-minute segment, and it'll be fun, and hopefully you guys enjoy, stay interactive, give your opinions on the games I discussed in this episode. Today, as you discussed in a minute, I'll be talking about the PSX PlayStation experience, which took place over the weekend, and then, you know, just comment on all the stuff that occurred, and all the new stuff, and hopefully maybe gain a wish list or what I want to be getting in the future. As I have a PlayStation 4, please don't hate me. I will be talking about that. So let's get, without further ado, let's get into the episode. Alright, first thing on the table, guys. I guess this is a pretty big thing in a lot of people's minds. It is The Last of Us Part 2 announced. Now this game got announced, PlayStation Experience. Very big news, I guess a lot of people would say. And again, this is the first time since Last of Us came out. The first game, I think that came out 2013, quite a while ago. That's 3 years ago, really. That's crazy, really. Probably over 3 years ago. And the remastered version came out, I think, 2015 or 2014. That was a decent remastered edition, actually. It brought some new stuff to the table, and it looked wonderful. So this one, I'm expecting to be no different. And also, I think this is going to be a really interesting added addition to the table, to be honest. A lot of people, I say there's not much information. The trailer that took place was a very interesting trailer. It showed the return of Joel and Ellie after quite a substantial period of time. They say the one thing that I really gained from this was what Ellie said about how she would go back to kill every last one of them. Obviously a bit of grief here, I guess you would say, and also, you know, return to the characters in a later stage of life. It's going to be an interesting experience, to say the least. I'm very excited, and again, I'm really excited to see how the characters progress. I hopefully that it's a solid story like the original, because I don't want them to see them, you know, cashing in just because it's the second, because it's a thing. It sort of gives rights to me that they're going to make a third one, part 3, and so I am pretty excited to see how that goes. And again, if this is a whole trilogy thing, that'll be interesting to play into parts. Again, the main thing, Ellie's sort of progression in time, Joel progression in time, to see, you know, what's played on them in the past few years. Now things have really affected. They might have flashbacks, like in the last game. I want to see that sort of flashback element. It's really cool. But also maybe a new element, some new gameplay, some new features, some new zombie types. And overall, I think if they, again, it's kind of a formula that really worked in the last game. If you ain't broke, don't fix it. So I want to maybe maintain a bit of the original, a good bit of the original, but add some new little things that the fans will like. But again, the fans will appreciate it. It's sticking to its original genre, not straying too much, but, you know, breaking the mold. I know Naughty Dog are just great for breaking the mold, and I really feel that this game is in safe hands with Naughty Dog, same creators. I really hope, I really feel like it's going to be a great game. So yeah, I have no issues at all, and yeah, I'm really excited. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Next game on the cards is Uncharted, The Lost Legacy. This is an interesting one. I wasn't really expecting to see this pop out of the woodwork, to be honest, after the success of Uncharted 4 this year. I thought maybe they would, you know, Naughty Dog, again, they're focusing in on getting the weirdly that you get the two Naughty Dog announcements at the same time. I just thought that was like kind of crazy, because, you know, Naughty Dog, they have a lot of things to do, and they have a lot of games to work on, a lot of things to work on. I didn't realize they're gonna go twice power here. They've actually already named 3 things, really, because of course we have Crash Bandicoot, which wasn't announced at this event, but still, that's like 3 things in 1 year. It's pretty much an overload for Naughty Dog, to be honest. They're really producing great quality content, to be honest, day in, day out. But again, The Lost Legacy, it's set in, I saw the trailer for it, so I'm just going to go off what I saw in the trailer. It is set with 2 characters. One of them featured in Uncharted 4, which I haven't played, so please do not spoil it. And one who returned from Uncharted 2, which I have played, and she's a decent character. I really liked her in that game. She plays sort of it looks to me like an assassin type character. Maybe she's working undercover. Her name's Nadine, sorry, and Chloe. And basically, what the gameplay showed, which I thought was really impressive, was, I think it's gameplay, her walking through the scene of India, and she has to meet up with the other one, and they have to do some snooping, I guess, and getting past all the security men, getting to the rooftop. It's very interesting. It's very actually cool. And yeah, I hope to God this game apparently it's going to have a different tone to the Uncharted games, which I'm kind of liking. I'm digging this kind of darker tone to it. It's kind of cool. And what I have to do is think in the story really, what it's based on is actually it fits in within the context of the Uncharted universe with Chloe on a quest for a piece of treasure called the Tusk of Ganesha. And as far as gameplay is concerned, Ganesha and say Chloe will have her own fighting personality and won't be as brawly as Nathan Drake. So she'll be different sort of style, to be honest. So it's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, I don't want to see the same thing over and over again. So that's a good thing. Additionally, fans can expect the same wide linear level design seen in Uncharted 4. In fact, The Lost Legacy is going even a little more wide, with Maganu suggesting there will be plenty of driving thanks to Chloe's skills behind the wheel. So we're going to see driving added in as a little bonus for you guys. And also, I really like the quality. Oh my god, it was so good. It reminded me of Uncharted 4. The Last of Us. Similar enough to Uncharted 4 with the quality, really good quality. You could almost think it was just a video clip. That's how good it was. Also, I think we're going to be seeing a decent game. It looks so good, to be honest. And oh my god, the gameplay is so smooth and so nice. I'm very excited for that game as well. I don't know if it's going to quite match up to the other Uncharted games, but to be honest, I don't really want to compare the two because they look like completely different directions in the same universe, but completely different directions. So I really do hope that this one is going to live up to its hype. Boo! Hopefully didn't get any of you used a jump scare, because we're talking about Resident Evil 7. Now, I have only played a bit of Resident Evil 1, so I'm not one to tell you about all the gruesome details about this game, pardon the pun there, but apparently it's going to be a good experience for the fans, and I can tell you that I am not going to buy this game, but the one detail I was curious about was the fact it will be on PSVR, which is of course the PlayStation VR. Now, if you actually have the balls to play this game, fair play to you, because this one looks extremely messed up. There's another picture for Resident Evil Biohazard, which I didn't put here because, oh my god, like, it's really weird, and I think I get like some copyright strikes, to be honest. Even the picture I have here is kind of weird, but at least it's scary, but it's not as like weird as some of the other pictures I'm looking at on the website here. This game is honestly, it looks decently scary, to be honest, and in VR I don't know how you're gonna get your neck around playing this game. It's honestly one of the ballsiest moves to put this on VR, because it could either make or break the series, to be honest. I think it's gonna be a good addition to the series. Again, they might be going just too out of far line, trying to make it a full game out of this. It seems to me like, obviously, plugging the game in. Hopefully now it's going to be decent experience, because I don't want them to bury the PSVR this soon now with something like this. This could go horror games. They can either be really much hit or miss. This one, honestly, think Capcom will do a good job at it and make an alright, mediocre game. But if it's got some good scares in it, I think people will appreciate it, and I think it's a good decision, in my opinion. So it's coming out next year, January 24th, if you want to keep your eyes out for that. Biohazard is the name of it, and it looks good. I actually watched a bit of the trailer, and it was pretty creepy. I mean, the doors opening, that always scares me. I don't know why so much. Those doors that swing open, oh my god. But yeah, you can pre-order the game. I think you can pre-release for it. But then again, PSVR is the big thing. Haven't purchased it yet, but I know that's a big thing. Anyways, I think we have one or two topics left to talk about. I'm going to rapidly fire through those guys. Next one to talk about is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Now, this is another addition to that Marvel vs. Capcom series. This one features the mystery of the new villain still remained under wraps. Also has the final boss character in the Mega Man title, and as many suspect, and also a lot of cool characters like Iron Man, Mega Man, so forth. To be honest, I'm not exactly too pumped for this game. I would be more pumped for the Marvel edition itself. No, sorry, not the one, the DC one. That game, to be honest, I can't remember the name of it. I actually can't remember the top of my head. The DC version of these fighting games, it honestly looks a bit cooler than this, because this one looks a bit it looks a bit goofy. I don't know why, a bit arcadey for my liking. I kind of like the more, you know, grounded, sort of reality based, you know, fighting to death sort of thing. I don't know, it's not realistic, but it's, you know what I mean, like it's more gruesome. I don't know, more gory, as apart from like this sort of thing. Hopefully it doesn't end up being like that, like really just like fighter on really like kind of weird, kind of magical kind of thing. I'm, you know, I'm more into like Mortal Kombat or stuff like that. Captain America, Iron Man, Ryu, Mega Man X, and Captain Marvel are in this game. Captain Marvel, she's kind of big at the moment, so that's gonna be a cool thing to see. That's all I can really say about this game. I'm not gonna exactly gonna out of my way to get it, but it's out there. Next up is something I'm pretty damn excited to see. It's Horizon Zero Dawn, a new exclusive gaming coming to the PS4. I think it's based off of the two other very successful games that were Ryu, I think, was it? Or I could be wrong, could be completely wrong there. It was, let me get my facts straight here before I go out, you know, all mad like this, saying something that I shouldn't say to offend a lot of people right now, because I have not played any of the original games, so I wouldn't really know. But obviously, I'm kind of here. Ryu, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? But anyway, this game looks pretty fascinating and pretty good. I actually really want to get this game, to be honest. I have no idea what it's about. I've not seen any gameplay, but the mad trailer is so good looking. Honestly, it looks so nice. I think it's a sequel to two other games, so I might check them out first. But this one, my god, it's basically a world, you know, dominated by these robot creatures. Absolutely lush environments and absolutely lovely looking robot things. My god, I really want to play this game. It looks so good. Horizon Zero Dawn. Again, it's one of these things where it might look good as a trailer, but it might not pan out in the gameplay. But hopefully that's not the case, because this just beautiful is one word to describe it, really. And that's, going off looks, I think this is definitely one of the top contenders for next year as a top game, to be honest. And really, just a great announcement at PSX. Anyway, I think this is my final one of the day. Thankfully for you guys, you probably have been very excited to get to the end of the video. And it is GT Sport. Obviously, you know, Gran Turismo, very popular sporting franchise. Nothing really interesting to say about this series. All I have to say is it looks decent. It's on PSVR, and again, it's kind of shiny. You know how all racing trailers go. Not really much to say about the trailer. Shiny new cars. Also the PSVR VR. That could be a decent shout. Again, I don't know if this is just some big gimmick, or if they've really gone on out and said, you know what, we're gonna make this game tailor-made for the PSVR. They can't just go half out on this. This is the thing. You're not gonna make a proper experience unless you make all the little, you know, you've ironed out all the little faults that may arise, and you've made this game super compatible with a PSVR. So honestly, you know what they did with the other consoles, with the Wii, they made that thing fucking compatible. And I really hopefully this will be a decent shout. Guys look nice, to be honest. And again, a lot of good looking games here, but I want to see how this pans out in terms of gameplay, because I'm not really judging these games off gameplay. So again, we're gonna see how that goes. But yeah, honestly, good shout. But yeah, I might pick this game up, because obviously I have to have one game racing game. Just, you know, friends are over. Imagine having two VRs. That would be hilarious fun. Or like one VR and then one TV. I don't know how that works, but imagine that would be freaking. I just imagine how playing this with friends would be good fun. But honestly, as like in any seriousness, I wouldn't play this game. So if it's gonna be really serious, I'm not sure if it's my type of game, to be honest. And that's it, really. That's the end of my video, Tim Talks Gaming. I think that's got a nice little bit of a ring to it that I kind of like. Tim Talks Gaming, that's it for me, guys. I talked about a good few games there from PlayStation Experience. Again, that took place over the weekend. It was decent. I really liked it. There's also some other mentions there that I haven't talked about, but again, it's all like stuff that, again, doesn't really concern me that much because again, it's stuff that's we already know about. Like obviously the stuff that you can see on the screen right now, but the stuff that we did get, very nice indeed. And I honestly am excited to pop some of the games later on. My whole Christmas wish list, I really have one thing. It's Uncharted 4 because I haven't got that yet, so I really want to pop that out. Maybe around Christmas time, maybe I'll just get money and I'll buy that game. Again, hopefully the price has gone down a bit because I don't like getting games at full price really at all. And I need to pick up another game. So again, Uncharted, maybe seeing a return for that to the channel, and also you'll definitely be seeing The Last of Us. But alright, very successful year for PlayStation Experience. Very excited, and a lot of cool news to come out of it. And again, I always think it's pretty much positive. Nothing there that I didn't enjoy. Maybe, you know, Resident Evil, the new game, meh. Marvel vs. Capcom, a bit meh. But anything, I honestly really enjoyed these things. And a really good positive experience. And nothing really controversial to, like, maybe piss off fans. That, like, something that would, you know, the other one companies would do in the past. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.